Howdy y'all, I'm Wayne from Dallas, Texas, and I react to all things UK. Today I've got a video about Bristol. Now this one was suggested by one of my subscribers, Nathan, and we've been chatting quite a bit, haven't we? And I feel like my subscribers are friends, and Nathan's definitely one of them. So if you enjoy this video about Bristol, then you can thank him down in the comments. Now, I want to visit the UK. I'm going to visit the UK, and I'm considering maybe I could retire there. And so I'm using these videos to see what areas or cities I might like. And you can check out this video here on my channel that tells a little bit more about my story and what I'm doing here on this channel. So Bath has always been a city I wanted to go to for sure, and I know quite a bit about Bath. But Bristol is near Bath, I know that, and I don't know a lot about Bristol, but I know here that in the home of Dallas, Texas, we have this, which is a bridge. And I know that in Bristol you have a bridge. The Clifton suspension bridge, I believe Nathan mentioned to me, but that's about all I know about Bristol, to be honest. So I know a lot about Bath, which is nearby, and I know virtually nothing about Bristol. So if I were going to move there, I've always thought I might like Bath. Now, I think Bristol's a larger city, if I'm correct. And so, I grew up in the country, but I live right in Dallas, in the heart of things, and I kind of like that. I do like a big city. I think Bristol's second largest in the south to just London. I could be wrong, but I like to be in a vibrant area that's full of life. The neighborhood I live in here in Dallas is like that, so I do enjoy that. So what's better, larger or smaller? Maybe I want to retire to Bristol, a larger city, and just be near Bath, a city that's always interested me. But I'm curious to get into this video about Bristol and see really what it's like, because I don't know anything about it. Now this one is a video called 10 Best Things to Do in Bristol, UK. It's by a channel called Alex Travels, which is a channel I've reacted to before, and I enjoyed his video. Also, I just want to thank all my subscribers. Like Nathan, I love to chat with you folks. And if you haven't subscribed, I just ask if you please could, and I thank you for doing so. I do have a community tab once you subscribe, and then we can interact with one another there. You can post, I can post. I post there every day about maybe things I'm doing and videos that are upcoming. And currently I have a poll going on over there. So I'd love for you to subscribe, go over to the community tab and cast your vote on this poll, because I'm thinking about expanding my videos into a few other things British related. So I'm really excited here to find out about Nathan's hometown of Bristol.
And welcome to the vibrant and historic city of Bristol. A place bursting with creativity, history, iconic landmarks, and a unique, relaxed atmosphere that not many cities manage to capture. So in this video, I am excited to share my top 10 things to do in Bristol.
Is that river the Avon? I'm just guessing because I think it runs in the area there. Yeah,
so we begin our adventure in the expansive green hills that overlook the city, because here we can find the iconic Clifton suspension bridge.
Could you imagine that just a short 20-minute walk from the literal centre of Bristol, and you get here?
This bridge spans the dramatic Avon Gorge and dates all the way back to 1864. It was designed by the renowned architect Isambard Kingdom Brunel, which you will hear much more about towards the end of the video. But the views from this spot just beside Clifton Observatory are absolutely breathtaking. And what's more, from here you can enjoy so many walks through the varied nature of the Clifton Downs, as Bristol is just a city surrounded with peaceful, natural, green scenery.
I like that.
But we're actually heading away from all that, down the hill towards the heart of the city, which I would say is Bristol Harbour.
Okay.
This bustling area is filled with restaurants and bars. Some of the most interesting are housed inside these shipping containers at the trendy Wapping Wharf.
Wapping Wharf.
Making it a perfect place to get a bite to eat. The harbour, though, is also home to a long and interesting history. What you see today was mostly designed in the early 1800s, with Bristol being a major port.
Okay.
And many of these original elements are still on show today, like these.
Okay, so Nathan mentioned a big maritime history there. So, interesting. I find that quite good. We have the Texas coast, but it's nothing like this.
Historic cranes, for example. The old train tracks here, and this specific crane, which is actually the only one of its kind in the entire world. And it's something that you would just so easily walk past. And Bristol is full of things like this to keep an eye out for whilst exploring. This harbour really was the point where we began to see just how unique Bristol is. And I think it's the perfect place to go to immediately feel the effect that this city can have on you. From here, let's walk slightly inland through Cannon's Marsh, which is a lively area right beside the harbour. There are so many museums and fun things to do in this creative part of the city. So I would definitely suggest a nice stroll through it, especially to get to our next stop, which is Bristol Cathedral.
Okay.
This magnificent building dates back to the 12th century, and it's a stunning example of Gothic architecture.
Okay.
We were blown away by the intricate details and the peaceful atmosphere inside. But this cathedral is even more than that, to be honest, because it's located inside this beautiful green space. A great place to relax on a sunny day, I'm sure, with it being surrounded by these grand buildings, before continuing your adventure through Bristol. And to do that, we don't actually have to walk far, because the square is located right at the foot of...
Okay, so I wasn't familiar with that cathedral. There's some just great history all over the UK, and that's one thing. I'm a huge history buff. Watch for some more videos maybe, or vote in the poll if you want to see me do more history-related videos. But, it's very appealing. I love a town with a lot of history. Wow, that cathedral was gorgeous. We just don't have anything like that here in the U.S.
Bristol's most famous shopping street. We did some fun window shopping here. We actually popped into a small bookstore.
Just picked up a cool book.
Okay, I'm a huge fan of bookstores. Books, reading, authors, and English lit has always been a love of mine. I also saw a record shop earlier. Also very interested in that. I love my vinyl. Just posted about a vinyl purchase I made of the band The Jam, which I'd never heard of before. Just found that just like 2 days ago. Posted about it in my community tab and loving it. But I love the little architecture here in the city. It seems very walkable, which is important to me if I'm going to retire in a town. I live in a walkable neighborhood, and I want to keep that going. And I just love those little shops they were going to. Hey, she went to a bookstore. It looked lovely.
From the £5 or less bookshop. And they had some really good titles in there. So.
And of course, stopped off to admire Banksy's well-hung lover artwork, which, if you look very carefully, you can spot just hidden here somewhere upon this street. This street is a must visit, not just for its shops and beautiful view from the top.
Okay, I think I have heard that about Banksy and his relationship to this city. It totally has escaped my mind. Sometimes there's just too much in there, and I forget more than I remember, but Banksy, very interesting, okay.
But what you can find at the end of it, which is the Bristol Museum and Art Gallery, which It's honestly one of my favorite museums in England because it really has something for everyone, from Egyptian mummies to dinosaur skeletons and a fine art gallery right at the top. It's the perfect size, giving you just enough to spend a couple of hours around here and really give you a bit of a snapshot of so much
Love an art
history
gallery.
and art on display. Now, as I mentioned back at the start of the video, Bristol is a very green city, and the parks here are another real highlight, I think. For example, after the museum, we headed to Brandon Hill Park, which is actually the oldest public park in the city.
Brandon Hill.
And it's a perfectly peaceful place, offering panoramic views of the city and also the Cabot Tower, which you can see sticking up from the center of the park. You can even climb up it if you like to get even more stunning views. And also earlier in the video, you may remember I mentioned Isambard Kingdom Brunel, and he didn't only design that suspension bridge, he also designed 3 iconic ships, one of which is right here in Bristol.
Okay.
This is the SS Great Britain, often called the world's first great ocean liner. Today, you can explore this entire ship from the decks to the engine room, and you can even go down into the dry dock to see some of the ship's hull from below. Which, fun fact, although this ship made countless voyages across the Atlantic, the dry dock that it sits in today was actually the very dry dock that it was built in.
Have you been here? That looks very interesting.
Now, I did also promise I would tell you a little bit about Bristol's unique surroundings as well as the city. So let me just give you a few ideas now for a great day trip from Bristol. Obviously, you can venture into the picturesque Cotswolds that sit just north of Bristol.
I've reacted to the Cotswolds. You can check that video on my channel. It's gorgeous there. So, you know, maybe being centrally located in a city that I love, a big city with a rich history. I love those green areas. Being able to day trip over to these other places that are gorgeous. Starting to sound appealing.
Beautiful place just a 20-minute drive from Bristol is Durham Park with its stunning gardens and deer park.
Durham Park. What is this?
And slightly further afield, if you want that sort of Cotswold village vibe, is Laycock. And this one is not just a charming village, because it's actually famous for being used as a set for Hogwarts in the Harry Potter films.
Okay.
Both these places are perfect to escape from the hustle and bustle of the city for a little bit. Another incredible day trip from Bristol, and going south this time, is actually Cheddar Gorge. Famous throughout the entirety of England, this dramatic limestone natural wonder with towering cliffs is just a stunning place to explore.
Agreed. I've reacted
and finally,
to this.
Just a 30-minute drive from Bristol, you can find the unmissable historic city of Bath. Bath is famous for its Roman baths, which are some of the best preserved Roman architecture in Britain. It's also famous for its iconic Georgian architecture and its beautiful natural surroundings, really making it a perfect day trip from Bristol. And if you do like the look of this city, by the way, please do feel free to check out my full top 10 things to do in Bath for an even more in-depth look into this beautiful city. And so, there you have it. Those are my top 10 things to do in and around Bristol. We absolutely loved exploring this vibrant city and its surrounding areas. There's so much to see and do. You could easily spend days here. Everything in this video was recorded within one day, so you can definitely do it, but I think I would certainly advise spend a little bit more time here to really discover the hidden places around every corner and see everything that Bristol has to offer. Let me know in the comments below if there's any other places that you think I missed out of this video. That way we can all share ideas and explore even more of this beautiful city. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribe for more travel adventures. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Okay. I really enjoy that video. I do like that channel over there. Alex is really good. I'm probably going to react to some more videos of his because I like the overviews and the footage that he has and the insights. So I did know about that bridge, like I said, but I didn't know about that cathedral. What a lovely place there. Tell me something, great about Bristol. I wonder, the Maritime, there's probably a lot more history there, and I'd like to get into that. What's the population size there? I'm not sure. How large of a city is it? But I know it's in a lovely area, and I'm getting more and more intrigued. So again, thank you, Nathan, for the suggestion. I may do a few more videos about Bristol and see what life is like there. But yeah, it just looked lovely. So if you get a minute, please like and subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate that. And until next time, y'all be safe.